Okay, so wildcard weekend is officially in the books, so of course I wanted to share my thoughts on the games that happened. So LA Chargers versus Houston. I missed parts of all these games to be honest with you, but from what I saw, Justin Herbert completely shit the bed. Okay, no more of this is not his fault bullshit. No more he's top 5 in the league bullshit. I saw rankings where people said he was a better quarterback than Joe Burrow. Yeah, no. Joe Burrow had a worse offensive line and he has performed better. He had awful defense and he performed well and everything. He lost against Justin Herbert this season and he did well in that game, I'll say that. But overall, Joe Burrow is a better quarterback, so that was already bullshit. And so it all comes crashing down. It all comes crashing down, okay? You know, he just didn't play well. He had 4 interceptions, I believe, one which was returned for a pick six. A pick six. Yeah, no, it's over. It's over. I am so sorry. The receivers outside of McConkey are shit. I've been said that. Yeah, it was just a bad performance. It was a bad performance. And in the beginning, they were looking good. And then it just all went bad. It just all went bad for them. The Texans, C.J. Stroud in the beginning looked bad, I'm not even going to lie to you. But then he had some really, really good plays and he started making up for it. The defense started coming in clutch and getting in that pressure. And so, yeah, the Chargers, like, I hope y'all enjoyed y'all off-season championship, as we say. But poverty, yet again. And yeah, there we go. The Houston Texans win. I wasn't expecting it. I thought the Chargers were going to take care of business, and they didn't. So, hey, I like the Texans, so it's good for me. They're going to go against my Chiefs, so we'll see how that goes, but I got the Chiefs on that. We'll talk about that later. Next up, we got Pittsburgh versus Baltimore. I told you guys that Pittsburgh has been cooked. Before this, they lost their, last 3-4 games? I believe at a point of the season, they were 10-3. You finished the season 10-7. You were about to win the division. You shit the bed over and over again. Lamar and his team, his defense got it together, and they did exactly what needed to be done, and they won all those games, and they won a division. And we get to this point, and Russell Wilson played like fucking shit. At a certain point, play Justin Fields, okay? When someone loses 3-4 games in a row, it's time to bring in another quarterback. I am so sorry. I heavily believe in that. They just couldn't really get much done. They have a good player too, but besides that, they were getting their ass beat all day long. Lamar and Cole were just slicing through that defense, okay? The offensive line was doing what they needed to do and basically neutralized TJ Watt, so you had that situation as well. So, yeah, there was that. Zay Flowers was out there for this game, which was unfortunate, but they were able to make up for it. They had Rashad Bateman going crazy. Derrick Henry, I believe, had 2 touchdowns on the night. Lamar did Lamar things. So, yeah, this was a good game to watch in the stance that, you know, I'm a Baltimore fan. I got my Ravens jersey on right now. So, yeah, it was good. It was good. I'm excited to see them in the divisional round, and always good for Lamar to kind of get rid of that playoff choker narrative and everything. So, I was happy to see this win. I really was. It was deserved. And now on to the rest of the game. So we got Denver versus Buffalo. I fell asleep during this game. I'm not even going to lie to you. And when I woke up and saw what was happening, okay, I'm glad I slept through most of this because I told you guys that Buffalo was going to win. I already knew that they were going to win because this should be a cakewalk for Josh Allen with his playoff experience, and they're going against a rookie Bo Nix. Like, yeah, you should win this game, okay? So, yeah, I'm not really that surprised. I mean, in the beginning, Denver had a good drive, and I saw that. And then after that, guess I couldn't really get shit done. I saw people saying that the refs were favoring Buffalo and shit like that. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think that it's one thing for people to always hate on the refs against Kansas City, but every time we see Buffalo getting favorable calls, which they have multiple times this season, I saw this on Twitter. I think it was when they were going up against the Patriots a few weeks ago. The play clock goes all the way down to 0-0. They still get the snap off and they throw that for a touchdown. And that's not being called back. But let that happen to the Chiefs. And y'all something to say whenever the ref went to go speak to Josh Allen and stuff like that. That's a bad look. Apparently he wasn't apologizing. That's what one of my friends told me. But even then the look is bad. Let them go do that to Patrick and we're in different territory and stuff like that. So I'll definitely say that. But yeah, I didn't expect Denver to win. So I'm not really surprised of the result and everything. Like Buffalo should have won this game, okay? Next up, we got Green Bay versus Philly. Like I said, I missed parts of every single game. So overall thoughts on this, Jordan Love shit the bed. He had, 2 or 3 interceptions this game. And the last interception that he threw, I literally said, this is going to be an interception. I literally said that. And then, of course, it was interception. Of course it was. I like Jordan Love a lot. And after this performance and the way he's been sticking it up the last 3-4 weeks, I can't really do much to defend him. It doesn't help. And this is the only part I'm going to defend him on, that he has some injuries and his receivers are out. That doesn't help. Besides that, I can't defend him. I'm sorry. I still like him. This offseason, I'm going to not be doing as much defending because what is there to defend? He either is really great or he shits the bed. There's no in between. These past few weeks haven't been looking good for him, and this performance was awful by Jordan Love. It was an awful performance, and so I can only do so much for the man. You got to perform, and he choked. He choked. It's period. The Green Bay team just didn't have a good performance. 10-22, you got your ass beat, okay? The Eagles' performance, Jalen Hurts, I thought he looked decent. You know, it wasn't his greatest game by any means, but he had 2 touchdowns. He didn't turn the ball over. He was efficient. He took what the defense was giving him. He had some good quarterback runs. So, yeah, he didn't lose the game. He didn't turn the ball over. So yeah, I mean, I think it was a decent effort for him. You know, got 2 touchdowns on the day. You know, I'm not mad at the effort. I'm not mad at the effort. And I'm so sick of people hating on Jalen Hurts. I've been saying this forever. I'm so sorry. They keep shitting on him, okay? But he's winning playoff games. He's winning playoff games, okay? He has a good playoff record. He has a good regular season record. He wins. Yes, he's had some bad performances, and you can't defend bad performances. It was a bad performance, period. But to sit here and act like people like Herbert are better quarterbacks than Jalen Hurts, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. And so, yeah, Jalen Hurts and Cole won, and I expected the Eagles to win. The Eagles are my favorite NFC team, okay? So, you know, if something happens and the Chiefs don't take the Super Bowl home any given year, the Eagles would be my next best option, probably. I like the Eagles a lot. I really have a lot of love for the Eagles, so I'm happy about this one. Next up, we got Washington versus Tampa Bay. So, yeah, some takeaways on this. Jaden Daniels, I thought he looked pretty good. Most of the time whenever I was seeing him play. Baker Mayfield had some good plays, but then he fumbled late in the game. And then, you know, they recovered that, and they ran the clock out at the end, and then boom, 23-20. And I know Baker pissed because it was your fault. You fumbled. At the critical point in the game, you can't do that. And so, yeah, shout out to Jaden Daniels for winning. I thought Baker was going to win because of more experience, and it was a really close score. But yeah, the Washington ends up taking it home. They end up taking it home. And then next up, we got Minnesota versus LA Rams. Just watch this game. Wish I didn't. At a certain point, I gotta start packing it up with these games. And once I realize that they're not coming back, I need to turn the shit off. Not everybody is Patrick Mahomes, okay? Making comebacks in the playoffs and winning ain't for everybody. At a certain point, I have to save it for myself because Sam Darnold played like shit in this game, okay? And at the beginning, I literally was saying like, oh, he's about to have a disaster class, and then he kept playing well and he proved me wrong. So I said a few weeks ago, I was like, I was wrong on the man. He's been balling out and everything. And right when I start to believe in him, I bought the jersey and I'm about to post some photos on it on Twitter and Instagram because the photo still ate, the aesthetic still ate. He shit the bed. So I'm still not going to say that he's a bad quarterback. I'm still not going to say that, even though he's had some bad performances and stuff like that. Do I think that he's going to reach the peak of the season again? I don't know. That will have to be determined and everything like that. But damn, right when I start believing, you shit the bed like this. They got so much pressure on him. His offensive line, they got, 9 sacks on him or something like that. So the offensive line wasn't helping. But he was holding on to the ball too long as well, taking forever to make decisions. I think he threw an interception. I think he had a fumble, and they returned that, and they got a touchdown off of it. So it was just such a bad team performance by Minnesota, but especially Sam Darnold. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back. A few weeks ago, I liked him as QB1 for Minnesota, and after these past few performances, I can't say that anymore. So now it's looking JJ McCarthy really is next up. I hope he's good. I want Minnesota to have a good quarterback that I like. I don't regret the jersey purchase by any means. I will still be wearing them. You will still see them in some videos, and no regrets because the aesthetic still eats regardless. But yeah, I don't know. It's unfortunate. He seems like a good guy. He had some good plays this year, so I'm never going to regret that purchase. It's unfortunate to see their season come to an end in this way. I will definitely say that. And yeah, Matt Stafford and Cole balled out. Their defense was not playing. All the pressure they were able to get, all the sacks they were able to get. Yeah, I don't know. Minnesota, I don't know. I'm going to add them onto my list of teams that I'm rooting for, of teams that I like. The aesthetic eats. I like the culture and all that stuff. I still like Sam Darnold. But after this year, it's over. He would have a hell of a playoff run to even continue to be that because they already had the plan. And it's cooked. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the wildcard weekend, and a lot of these were blowouts. So unless it was a team I liked, it's not really an entertaining game to watch when you see them being blown out and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. And then my next video, which I'm going to post also like right after you see this, is I'm going to give my predictions for the next round. So you guys can see that. And I also already have a video for my predictions of the playoffs.